I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and to all the elders, and to all the apostles, and to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. And today, I want to do a lesson on, I'm probably going to switch up gears here and there, but we're going to mostly talk about how the earth is drunken. The other day, I just seen a video on, I believe it was China or one of the Asian countries, I believe Taiwan, and how they were executing judgment on certain those men over there because they were practicing homosexual acts. So I'm like, well, dang, in this country over there, it's not really that known for them to have gay pride, and they're walking out in the streets and everything. So now I'm seeing it, and it's like, the earth is really drunken. If when it gets to the Asian countries, we know, and maybe some of the Arab countries, we know at that time that, it's really drunken by Esau. And everyone wants to be this white man. Everyone wants to be him. So we're going to go ahead and bring some scriptures out. We're going to go ahead and start at Jeremiah 51, verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her, if so she may be healed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So we're gonna break that down. The whole earth is drunken just because of Babylon. And who's in rulership of Babylon? Esau, the nation of Edom. So now when it's going into verse 8, it's letting you know that it is a future prophecy of what's going to happen to Babylon. It's going to be suddenly fallen, and it's going to be destroyed. It's not going to be healed. It's going to be destroyed. It's going to be desolate. In verse 9, when it said that, well, we would have healed Babylon, but you can't. It's going to be, you're not going to be able to heal Babylon at that time. Everything is going to be forsaken. So really, what that is saying is everyone that is an Israelite, you blacks, you Hispanics, you Native Indians, you better get out of the nonsense that you're in. All that Christianity, Muslim, Kemet, all of that is the wine, the fornication, everything. The wine that is talking, when it says the nations have drunken of her wine, that is the wine that you have taken of Babylon. We're going to jump to 10. The Lord Yahweh hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of Yahweh our God. Verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. So now when you say, who is the Medes? So now you have to look at the time where the Medes were. Now you have to look at the time now. The Persian and Medes are your modern day Russians. You can look at it right now, all on the news. Russia, Iran, China, Venezuela, like all these are all interconnected together. So the Lord is doing that right now. I'll start again. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. So it's letting you know, prepare for war. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon. Babylon is what? The U.S. To destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. So it's letting you know that right now the Lord Yahweh, Salakia. He is raising up the spirits right now, the kings of the Medes. He's making a work in the Russian government and the U.S. government. You can see his conflict, different sanctions and so on and so forth. So now it's gonna start making different arguments, different claims, and then sooner or later it's gonna be time for war. Right now we're just in the rumors of war as of right now. Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Right now, this is what he's telling the watchmen as well. If you look at it in the spirit, make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Right. It's bound to fall. It is bound to fall. We're going to jump over here in Revelations 14. It's 15 now. That's 14. Yeah, 14. We're going to start at 8. And therefore, okay, now this is letting you know in Revelations, this is the future prophecy as well. Basically a precept backing up Jeremiah 51. And there follow another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So right now, everyone is drunken because of the fornication of, basically the fornication is the philosophies, all the different lies that America tells, that Babylon tells. And everyone is so drunken that they believe it. They believe what this white man is saying. Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast is Babylon, Esau, and his image, that's his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So now, what is that indignation that is coming up? What did Jeremiah 51 just say? He's stirring up the spirits of the Medes right now. Now he said he had a weapon of his indignation towards Babylon. That's verse 10. That same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into a cup in his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. That's that nuclear war. That's them bombs dropping. Babylon's going to have to see it. They're going to have to see it one day. They have to fall. Let's go to Revelations 18:3. Another precept. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All the philosophies. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So everyone else in the world. So when they say that, the LGBT community, when it's legal in almost every other state here, or which will be, it's like that all around the world now. It's starting to creep up into some of these Asian countries and some of these Arab countries. And we know that they follow different customs. They follow the way of some follow Islam, Buddhism, and that's just not their culture. They didn't grow up on it. It's just they have gotten drunken from off the wine. They're all drunken. Let's read that again. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings, which is all the other countries, all the different rulers of the earth, have committed fornication with her. So they basically laid in bed with Babylon as well, and they sold their soul. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right. U.S. is big on trade and commerce. So guess what? if everyone wants to get in on the bid on that, they have to follow the same regulations America, Babylon has been following throughout years, since all the way back to the time of Greece. Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquities. Right. So all you blacks, all you Hispanics, all you Native Indians, everything that I'm saying right now, all that trying to be like the other nations, trying to be like the white man, following after his ways. If you think that he is God, Yahweh, he's going to show you. He's going to show you. That's why he's saying, don't take the mark of the beast. Which is, you can look at it in the spirit, which is spiritual as well. What I just read. And there's another one, I believe, in Revelations 8:11. If I'm mistaken, when you go into the word, the mark, that goes into the word charagma. And that's like an incision. I'm not talking about that type of mark. The other mark that is still in your forehead when you're trying to go after the wine. You're trying to go after these different philosophies, the different religions. Right? Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. Yes. So the cup is already, it's ready. It's getting stirred up right now. It ain't gonna be no different type of mixture and everything. It's gonna be straight blood fire. And it's going to wipe everything out. It's wiping everything out. And the reason why it has to be wiped is because it has to cleanse the earth. The earth is defiled right now with all these different abominations in the earth. Everything's defiled. The food's defiled. The women's defiled. And the people's minds are defiled. They just are there. Everyone is almost a vile creature because they follow right after this man. We're going to go at Habakkuk 2. And we're going to start at 2. And the Lord, Yahweh, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. It's going to speak. It's going to speak so loud. It's going to be screaming. It's going to scream in your ears, and you ain't going to have no rest. You're not going to have no time to really think. It's going to be your mind. You're going to lose your wits. You're going to lose your mind at that time. Because you're hearing what the prophets are saying right now, and then you're probably laughing at it. But until that day when it happens, guess what? In the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Right now, we it's tarrying right now, but we have to go through certain prophecies have to happen right before that time has to come. But right now, we waiting for it. We waiting on the Lord, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So letting you know, it's gonna tarry for a little while, but it ain't gonna tarry for long. It's gonna surely come. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. In his soul, his soul is done. This man is evil. He's the son of the wicked. But the just shall live by his faith. The just, that's the elect. The Israelites, the 1/3. They're going to live by faith. They're going to have to. Because there's so much distractions out there, you can easily get drunken too as well if you follow any of those different religions, any of those different philosophies. Even if you just love this white man to death, you are gonna go down with him if you follow his ways. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Woo! Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth His desire is hell and is as death. This man is death. You walk around and you want to be his friend. He's telling you, "Hey man, come, let's go take some pills. Let's go smoke some weed, man." He's offering you death. Because why? You